What's going to happen in this game, in your opinion?
I think that LGD are just going to go and find themselves with a big lead early, play that aggression like they did in the last game, and I don't think there's really a way that LGD gets stopped here. I think they're one of the top teams in this region. And they're showing it really precisely. First game was a bit rough in the early parts. I think LBZS did a really good job with that. But LGD overcame it and showed why they're considered one of the top teams in the region. I think they're just going to walk through again.
Yeah, and I think as well, when we're looking at Alchemist, we've got to look at the four-man lineups. Yep. And LGD's four-man lineup looks formidable. So don't even need to ask, Lizard.
Give a stronger team a last pick Alchemist. Stronger team is going to win 9 out of 10 times. Yep.
Like,
I don't trust LBZS anymore.
What? You lost faith in them?
Yes.
What, after 3 games, you're just...
No, the thing is, all 3 games are the same. They always own laning phase, then they don't know what they're doing in the mid or late game. So
alrighty.
I'm going for LG as well.
At least they're trying
new things. How do you still play with Lacoste then?
I'm not going to answer that, Lacoste.
I'll tickle myself, just to laugh a bit.
Jesus, that was terrifying. All right, we're all going for LGD here on the panel. We're going to throw it over to the casters to enjoy game number 2 in this best-of-3 match here in the DPC China, powered by Perfect World. Big up on Lacoste. Take it away, big boys.
Thank you very much, Nomad. Yeah, back with another one between LGD and LBZS. It is definitely looking like it could be a struggle for LBZS. I've been impressed with their laning phase like we kind of talked about just now. The question is putting all the pieces together. Can they do that?
Yeah,
and can they overcome this?
How much can they once again get out of the laning stage, and how much of that pressure they can transition into the mid game? But I'll quote one of the best analysts out there that we have: when it's an Alchemist game, it's an Alchemist game. If you don't know who said that, it's Cinderin, and he knows a lot of stuff, Sometimes he has one of those hidden gems, especially about the Alchemist. So they have the attack speed against the egg. They have 2 saving supports, so not enough aggression from LGD early on, I would say. Like, these heroes need levels to make the move. Alchemist, definitely not the hero that goes around and does stuff. Beastmaster needs his level 6. Same goes for 2 supports. So what the LGD wants to do is just make some stacks, farm up, and, play like a 15 to 20 minute game, try to go as a team, while LBZS, they are much better at making stuff happen. You have this Spirit Breaker, you have Phoenix and Puck. These heroes want to be aggressive early on.
Ame doing some damage here to Irving, had that Jingu pop. His attack speed a little bit slower, but Irving's here. He got Fire Spirits level 1, and now he has nothing to give back. The charge is coming out. The damage proccing the Jingu. Needs one more shot. Is the charge going to be in time? No. First blood for Ame, and then the charge comes in. Just a little bit late. And, well, LGD take first blood. Speaking about the supports of LGD, we used to see Orchids early on the 4-position Winter Wyvern. Is it still something that we'll see here? Go for that Orchid, maybe like Orchid or Blink Dagger or something, find a position and get a Winter's
Possibly,
Curse
depending
out there.
how much farm he can get on Winter Wyvern. Witchblade is extremely strong. Combine that with 50 damage on level 10. Winter Wyvern as a hero that, plays from position 4 can really scale, and he can pretty much solo kill any hero.
So we'll see how much farm Jinq ends up getting. Fortune's End from Innocence. And MS trying to put some pressure on Faith Beyond. I said it in the last game, usually a player who secures his lane no matter the matchup. And it's something that we've said about a couple of the SEA teams, but it finds itself being, if Faith Beyond has a bad game, it feels like LGD as a whole are having a bad game.
Especially in this one, because he needs to be like the playmaking position 3 here, and I think Ame needs to be more active than usual, because Alchemist is your late game security. I want to see what kind of build he decides to go for. Like double Bracer is pretty standard, and I want to see whether it's a Radiance or Battle Fury game. Usually, at least in Europe, it is a Battle Fury game. We rarely see Radiance.
Well, we talked about Ame's build on Monkey King. So if he's going Battle Fury, is it going to just
no,
be...
you can't afford to get Battle Fury here. Like, you need to be more active, get either like a Maelstrom, keep joining the fights, or get Aghanim Scepter straight away, which is also a bit of a greedy build considering you have Alchemist in your team, but it might work.
Okay. So we'll see how the builds go, how they split the farm. And
depending how much can he get out of the lane.
Right, so 12-1 for the Outkickers. Dive away from Irving, who had given up that first blood. Arctic Burn as Jinkyu is down here with Ame. Katyu taking some damage. What does this lane do up against the Monkey King? It's a 3-position Phoenix and a 4 Spirit Breaker.
Good question,
but
B-Cup,
Monkey King's just getting everything for free.
I don't think I have the right answer besides I have no clue. Like, I don't think you can kill the Monkey King, especially with the Wyvern. They have much more kill potential because Wyvern is down here with the Monkey, and on the top lane, Y on Oracle, yeah, he can purge off the Spirit from Elder Titan, so you're really not gonna see the full potential of the ET in the laning stage. Mid lane going really well for Alchemist as expected. Like, Puck is a hero that almost doesn't have any armor. I think his starting armor is 0 or 1, so sitting in Acid Spray really, really hurts him.
Yeah, so already it seems like all 3 lanes from LGD are going quite well. The only one that's a little bit of a question mark is Faith Beyond, but he's only 12-2. He's having an okay time. This is something we talked about where LBZS, what we had pulled from their games so far has been their laning stage. But we haven't really seen a game where it's kind of fallen flat on the laning stage just yet. So I'm interested to see if that were to occur, how they'd transition and how they're able to kind of change it up from there if they're not having what they want in the early parts of this.
I can only think it's going to be worse because it's much easier to play Dota when you are ahead. Like, judging from their games, they were pretty much winning, and all the laning stage ones, MS might be in a bit of trouble top.
Yeah, just going after this one. Innocence wants to try and get the kill here on MS. Whoa. Almost taking out the courier.
He wants too much. He wants the courier and the troll, maybe get some hits on the tower.
Gonna make up his mind. Holding on to a double damage. Oracle kind of hurts. I think any hero with a double damage pretty much exclusively hurts. Maybe not techies with the right click. So far, 27-15 for Ame. 29 about to be 30 CS for this Alchemist. All things running LGD's way at the moment.
1, 2, 3 bounty. They almost get 4 bounty runes with the Alchemist in the team.
Ooh. Interesting attempt from Jinkyu to get that Splinter Blast off. The chase is on for Irving under the tier 2 tower. Ame coming for the safe lane. Now they've got the Dream Coil. The aggression might hurt them. Sweep on to 2. They've made the rotation. They've got more here. They get the kill on Ame. They look over at Jinkyu. LGD overplaying their hand. Irving with one and X with the other. That is a massive dive from those heroes.
I did not know Ame is listening to our stream. I said he needs to be more active, but I didn't mean for him to jump the tier 2 tower with Monkey King 5 minutes in.
And that is not normally a spot you see a safe laner this early in the game. That's for sure. He's got that Orb of Corrosion. Maybe got a little bit too over his head with that one. Power Rune spawns up top. It's an Arcane Rune picked up by Innocence. Fully charged that Fortune's End. Throw it over the Spirit Breaker. The Waning Rift coming through from X onto Nothing to Say. Not really stopping this Alchemist just yet, and he does have that Battle Fury queued up for the moment.
Battle Fury just feels like a much better choice. Like, you buy these items, they're not as costly as Sacred Relic, and it increases your farm still. Nothing to Say, doing really, really good. That's why they picked it. They thought it's going to be Puck on the mid lane. It is, and he doesn't really feel pressured. Phoenix wants to get that Spirit Vessel, of course, against the Alchemist, against the Oracle, Winter Wyvern, Monkey King. Like, there's so many heals that he can reduce.
They're looking for Ame. They've got the charge coming in from Katyu, and, well, Boundless Strike in from Ame, and now Innocence here to help. They've used that Dream Coil that bring 3 heroes over bottom, but it's not going to garner them any results, LGD get away with that one, and they're sitting 1,000 ahead. But again, this is an Alchemist lineup. So Ame surviving that, and we thought of him as being pretty much unkillable in the lane. I think the only reason he dies is because he's by that tier 2 tower at 5 minutes into the game.
Or because they bring 3 or 4 heroes. I think this kind of pressure benefits LGD so much. They're not fighting any kills. Alchemist is free farming in the jungle, is gonna have that really nice timing on the Battle Fury. They're not. There's 1-2 stacks in his triangle, so he's gonna farm that. 3 points in Grieval's Greed is more than enough to get you. So, like, this is the time when Alchemist is really vulnerable, where you want to go and try to make some pressure on him. But you need Coil, you need Spirit Breaker Charge, and you also need to bring 1 extra hero. But to go back to the Spirit Vessel talk, it's a really, really good item here, because they have tons of heal and the lifesteal. But they also have 2 ways of purging it off. One is Oracle ulti, the second one is Fortune's End, and Alchemist also has one with the Chemical Rage. It's a soft dispel.
Charge over to Ame once again. Goes into the Mischief. MS comes over. Boundless Strike thrown to the Troll. He'll try to
Bash.
TP out. Oh. Not fortunate enough to get the bash. In my games, it's 100%. In this game, I guess
bash.
it's not.
Yeah, exactly. Perma bash in my games.
That's what causes me to go the pub 0-10. So now they put some pressure on the tier 1 tower bottom. They'll try to take this tower, make it a little bit more difficult for Ame to find space to farm. But right now, nothing to say about to hit that 6K on the net worth. Getting really close to this Battle Fury, and Faith Beyond has seemingly been left in this top lane to just do whatever he wants. He's got the Necro 1, he's got the Necro 3 queued up. No boots, just farm, get those Necro books, or that Necro book upgraded, and take a tier 1 of your own. Yeah, really well done. But a good job from LBZS. Recognize the pressure, take a tier 1 of their own, and you know, working around the map to try and get what they can. Charge comes out. They've got X moving in on Innocent, so try to survive. The sweep lands onto the Oracle. They'll take out Innocence. Primal Orb is used onto Cat U, but they don't have any follow-up to this. So after that's over, he'll just TP away. Primal Roar pretty much wasted.
I talked about how they don't have heroes to actually play Dota with for the first 10 minutes. The one kill they have is the one before the Horn, so yeah, kind of hard for LGD to play, but you know, that's not the game plan, to be active for the first 10 minutes. They just want to keep farming. You have Alchemist, you have Beastmaster. These heroes really, really scale. I still don't see an item queued up on Monkey. There's the coil. Once again, same spot for Ame.
That spot is not a livable one right now for Ame. Jinkyu's got boots, Windlace, 700 gold. He's got quite a bit of farm, keeping up with Cat U on the Spirit Breaker. But you see the Monkey King now behind Faith Beyond. This game starting to feel like it's more on Nothing to Say more than Ame for sure. But that's the nature of an Alchemist lineup.
He has nothing to say. He lets his gameplay do the talk. It's a 10-minute Battle Fury on top of Power Treads and Double Bracer. Like, these are some sick timings on Alchemist.
Already with the Ogre Axe. Going into the Sanjin Yasha next. Like, he's got so much gold. Obviously, that's a statement you say quite often with an Alch, but he's really doing a good job. Like, this feels like one of the better timings we've seen on an Alchemist. Winter's Curse during the Icarus dive. Charge up the Fortunes, and they've got the Jingu proccing Sunray, but not going to matter. Ame with another kill onto the Phoenix. So both kills for Ame, both kills on the Phoenix. Everybody else so far in LBZS has survived the game up to this point. X, who we thought might struggle against an Alchemist, has put himself in a decent position overall with his net worth.
Yeah, he's doing okay. I mean, it's still Alchemist. You can't really keep up with his amount of farm, but the Witchblade is very close.
So looking like Aether Lens for the Winter Wyvern. You've got the Sanj finished off for Alk. So Nothing to Say closing in on the SNY. 737 gold per minute right now for Nothing to Say up to this point. And then MS, he's building a Sanjin Yasha as well, going into the Ags afterwards. Ags, for the most part, pretty standard item for the troll.
Yeah, these days a lot of good things to dispel from yourself, like the disarm, and you can dispel Monkey King. All right,
Dream
aggressive
Coil,
move.
again on it too. They'll look for the sweep. The Earth Splitter coming through. Jinq surviving, puts himself in the cold embrace. They false promise himself on Innocence. Primal Roar now hitting the puck. Do they have the rotation for this? Do they have the damage? The illusory orb. X on the run. One shot from dead. The tower, is it enough? Yes, it is. They also killed off Cat Yu. They lose Zhao Fu, and 3 heroes gone on the side of LBZS, Irving and MS. About face and try to run, but the Primal Spring comes through from Ame with Balanced Strike. MS, he'll fight into this. Wukong's going for the Supernova, trying to crack the egg. Will do so, so it's 4 heroes dead. MS committing to this one, looking for Faith Beyond, but they've got the Jingu proc, the Wukong still going, and a full team wipe for the side of LGD.
This is rough. Even without them getting those extra kills on side of LGD, it's still a huge win because Alchemist is just farming. Like your Monkey King is also getting back into the game. Winter's Curse.
Now locking up this Elder Titan once again. Zhao Fu killed off by the Balance Strike from Ame, who's sitting near the stairs. The pressure will come. They'll go for the Tier 1 tower mid. LBZS already sitting 8,000 net worth behind just 13.5 minutes into the game.
This is exactly what LGD wanted them to do, because LBZS, they feel like they need to make an aggressive move, and LGD will take that anytime, because they have 2 saving supports. They don't have supports that are able to go out on the map and rotate, make aggressive moves, so they are fine with that. Also, the next time they lose 1 or 2 heroes, LGD can easily just transition that into Roche. They have more than enough damage. Inner Beast maxed out, plus a book, Alchemist minus armor coming up from the Acid Spray, and suddenly it's 8k gold lead.
And we saw just a glimpse of what they're doing with the Hawks as well. It's getting vision for Ame. He goes in with a Balanced Strike onto that puck. Doesn't get the kill, but it is the vision game for LGD that's helping them kind of make these maneuvers.
And I like the itemization from Ame in this game, where he just wants to get like another defensive tool for himself. Because he is playing aggressive, he wants to jump around, even though they have 2 defensive supports. BKB still feels like a very good item here, because Alchemist is the carry here, and you are looking for a timing. So BKB will be done in the next 2 minutes. A lot of farm on the bottom lane for nothing to say.
Yeah, so far so good. More than doubling the net worth of the second hero on that list of Ame. So Monkey King's recovered pretty well, and he's going into a BKB of his own. Blade Mail being built now by the Spirit Breaker, who had Shadow Blade queued up for a majority of it, but now changes his mind. Charge all the way through onto the Winter Wyvern, but here come the TPs. There's the ult. They take out Jinq very quick.
If needed. Like if they decide to go in, maybe find another target, but their run from LGD is already split, so no need for that buyback. You know, just for comparison, Alchemist has the same amount of gold as Puck, Phoenix, and Spirit Breaker combined.
Wow, that is a lot of gold. What's he sitting at right now with his GPM? Take a look at his gold per minute, now sitting upwards of 920. So he said it was 737 a moment ago. Now it feels like it's just that much more. Almost in that 1,000 mark. Zhao Fu, Purifying Flames. The best feeling when you're an Oracle is getting that kill with the Purifying Flames. They'll use that Primal Roar. Ame goes in and gets the kill on an X. Another 2 there for LGD. Mega kill streak for Ame.
I think it's Roche time. They have more than enough damage. As I said, get 1 or 2 kills straight into Roche pit. LBZS, they have a good vision, so they know something's happening. 2 good wards around the Roche pit, plus a Hawk, but I'm not sure if they can contest that. Phoenix has 2 Spirit Vessel charges, Roshan going down very quickly. Yeah, I don't think they can contest this. Like, it feels like you can, but you're not going to be there in time.
Winter's Curse was used as they try to charge in. That hits the troll as well as the Spirit Breaker. Cat Yu in trouble. He'll be the first one to fall. He buys back. So this is looking like an all-or-nothing play from LBZS. They've got the Wukong's command as well as the Icarus coming up from the Phoenix. They look over at Zhao Fu. They'll try to chase onto the Elder Titan as they look and focus on MS as well. Sunray to try and keep him alive, as well as the Supernova. He'll use that Battle Trance. This is looking good for the Supernova to end up popping, but it's just not in time. Irving, he ends up dying now. MS with no longer having that Battle Trance needs to run. However, looking to reinitiate as the stomp was really well placed from that Elder Titan. They get the kill on Innocence. They look over at Faith Beyond. Nothing to say. Getting juggled with those bashes coming out from Cat-Yu, who will charge over on Ame, but they get the kill on X. They look over at MS once again, but they've got the Jingo stacks procced. Ame backs off. MS looking towards the north part of this fight as they lose Zhao Fu, and that's a third gone. Well, really a fourth with the Spirit Breaker buying back.
Everything's just working out for LGD. Like, ET made probably the best play so far for LBZS team. It was a 4-man stomp into the Earth Splitter, but still not enough damage. And Aegis was not taken off from the Alchemist. He is going into AC next. So looking good, really, really rough for LBZS. 17k gold lead, 18 minutes in. You know what I always say, when you have the same amount of gold, 1k gold per minute, and then the game just officially ends. So they're very close to that.
And they've chased so long for Ame, and they just don't find him. He pops the BKB, hit a 3-man balanced strike as the chase was on. Cat-Yu gets spotted. Got to remember, he's not going to have a second life to buy back with. They've got the Primal Roar coming through into the Phoenix. They look over at Cat-Yu as well. They get the kill into Irving. They'll also find Cat-Yu. 2 heroes dead with the Cold Embrace. That will save Faith Beyond. And there's the Winter's Curse. It locks up X as well as Zhao Fu. Down goes Zhao Fu. MS chasing Faith Beyond. The illusory orb to try and run, but it's leaving your troll all alone. And
no
MS,
mana for that ulti. It's not like it would make any difference, but yeah, 20k gold lead, 19 minutes in. You know, it's the second game, so if they lose, the series just ends. But not sure if they have enough tools to fight back LGD. Phoenix is only level 10. Level 1 Supernova dies. Like, position 5s can actually focus it, and it dies. And there's the Hand of Midas queued up by Phoenix, which says, you know, it's kind of a griefing item, I would say. Especially if you queued up 20 minutes in.
trying to maybe have thoughts like, yeah, we can take this late. We'll have some farm if we do end up being successful in that endeavor. Nothing to say up front and right in the face of MS, who tries to TP in and get the kill onto this Alchemist. Charge far and deep from Cat-Yu. They'll take out Jinkyu. He didn't have the Winter's Curse anyway, but he does have buyback with the BKB Popeye Ame. They'll look over at Cat-Yu. They'll throw the Dream Coil down into Faith Beyond. So he's out of this fight for the moment. They hit the sweep out of the Oracle.
There's the buyback.
There's the Icarus Dive as well as the Supernova being used, but the stun is out onto MS. The Supernova is just a little bit too far behind. They'll stack on top of it, making sure that they can protect it. However, now that they've used these big spells, they've used the Dream Coil, the Supernova down, this may not look that great for LBZS, and there's the Winter's Curse. They've got the Sunray right on top of Ame, but with the Jingu stacked as well as the Wukong's command, they get the kill on the Irving. They look over at the rest. X is trying to run. He'll phase shift, but I don't know if that's going to keep him alive for that much longer. MS goes down, so does Zhao Fu. They'll find themselves the puck. They'll take him down. 4 heroes dead on the side of LBZS. A buyback coming out from Irving, and now a 22,000 net worth lead for LGD.
LBZS uses 2 big teamfight ultis, ET and Supernova. That doesn't hit anything, so LGD is like, yeah, we should probably go in, you know, try to end this game possibly. There's still 50 seconds left on Aegis. 1 buyback expended for Winter Wyvern, and I like how they're cycling their abilities. First, Wyvern uses a Cold Embrace. He's also putting more points in it because he's playing into Troll, which I really like, instead of just maxing the Arctic Burn. And then Oracle ulti comes on top of that. Ame respawns with the full HP after Oracle ulti. While I'm talking some nonsense, Rax is gone.
Yeah, the Rax is just disintegrate. There's nothing left there in the mid lane for LBZS. 23,000 net worth for nothing to say on this Alchemist. He is so far ahead, and definitely over that 1,000 GPM. Primal Roar used on Zhao Fu, the proc, the Jingu. They've got the damage. They'll get the kill. It's Faith Beyond who gets credit for that one, and now their focus is on the top lane. You've got nothing to say here. Well, really, the entire team here, just to make sure they can take these objectives.
Aegis reclaimed, so I don't think that's going to stop them. There's still 2 BKBs available. It's just the chip damage that Troll does at this point.
It doesn't really feel like much of a deterrent anymore. Look at the tier 3 tower in the top lane. All 5 heroes ready to go inside of LBZS. They have everything to throw in the kitchen sink this time, but whether or not that house is big enough to do the damage. 3-man balance strike coming in from Ame. And really, he just stops them in their tracks for a split second. They've got the Dream Core that hits onto Jinku as well. There's nothing to say. They've also got the sweep. Well placed, but that Supernova feels so late
it's
on
so
that
far
Icarus
away.
dive. It's so far from the fight. They get the kill on the Cat-U. They also have the Winter's Curse, though. Call it GG. MS ends up dying. Jiaofu looking like he's going to be next. It really doesn't matter up to this point. The Gs have been called, and the game goes there for LGD as well as the series. A 2-0 victory for LGD over LBZS in their debut here in the upper division for the Chinese region. Really well done by LGD and really making a name statement there for them, as that is the first series